Here's a question for you. Why were all of the pioneers of the scientific revolution Christians of one sort or another? From Copernicus all the way to Newton, why were they all Bible-believing theists? Coincidence? The early scientists also shared the outlook of Christianity in believing that there is a reasonable God who had created a reasonable universe, and thus man, by use of his reason, could find out the universe's form. And it was the biblical mentality which gave birth to modern science.
The notion that the universe is in fact intelligible and that the pursuit of truth would be redemptive, that's a fundamentally religious idea.
The pioneers of the scientific revolution believed that the universe was created by a cosmic architect. As they were learning about the universe, they were learning about God. In fact, they regarded science as a form of worship.
There is the book of God's words, which is the Bible, and the book of God's works. We cannot confine God to our logic. We have to go out and observe what God has done in his freedom.
The Christians of the scientific revolution believed that God creates freely, not by some sort of logical necessity. So if you want to know how God's universe works, you can't just think about it. You have to go and find out. The mother of all scientific hypotheses is the hypothesis on which science, as we know it, rests. There are three key elements of the mother of all scientific hypotheses. One, the universe can be understood. Two, we are the kinds of things that can understand it. And three, it's good for us to understand it. The universe is intelligible. How surprising is this, assuming that Christian theism is true? It's not surprising at all. It's exactly what we would expect. But how surprising is it, assuming that naturalism is true? You would never expect this on naturalism. It makes absolutely no sense on naturalism. Why would you think that we are the kinds of things that can understand it? Christian theism is true. It's not surprising at all. We're created in the image of God. We were created to think God's thoughts after him. We were created to have dominion over the natural world. We were made for science. Every scientific hypothesis that's ever been tested is confirmation of a set of ideas that flowed directly from Christian theism. We can say that no hypothesis in history has more scientific confirmation than Christian theism. And since every scientific hypothesis that's ever been tested is disconfirmation of naturalism, it's clear that no hypothesis in history has more scientific disconfirmation than naturalism. As Francis Bacon once put it, a little natural philosophy, and the first entrance into it, doth dispose the opinion to atheism. But on the other side, much natural philosophy, and wading deep into it, will bring about men's minds to religion.